What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today I will be bringing to you our top Pokemon card auctions of the week. I apologize, my face is a little bit red. I just got done working out, but I wanted to get in here real quick and get this video filmed for y'all before the weekend was up. This week we had tons of really unique auctions come through via Japanese promos and just other promotional type cards that I have never seen before, and I wanted to share with you, along with some other WotC cards, sealed product. You know the whole deal. Please give this video a like and thank you for subscribing. Without further ado, let's just get right into it here with our first auction of the week. We always start with Modern here, and I stumbled across this Hidden Fates Leafeon GX. This is a PSA 10 copy that went for $305. I thought I'd touch on some other cards from Hidden Fates aside from Charizard GX. You know, the evolutions are always interesting to see how much those go for in a PSA 10, so there you go. I thought that was kind of cool. Here from Shining Fates, we have a Charizard VMAX. This is a PSA 10 that went for $974, so yeah, this card's been kind of teetering between $800 and $1,200, so that's right about where it's been. Speaking of Charizards, here we have a Charizard Holo from Flashfire. This is the Charizard Full Art EX card that went for $1,025 as a PSA 10. From Evolution Set, we have a Dragonite EX Full Art card, PSA 10, that sold for $375 this week. And of course, the heaviest hitter from Evolutions, the regular Charizard Holo in PSA 10 that sold this week for $3,751. So it's still down a bit. This card used to go for between $5,000 and $6,000. So last week we saw one end around this price, and once again this week another one ended around the same price. So what do y'all think of the future of this card? Do you think it's going to go back up again, stay where it's at, go down? You know, the PSA 10 pop is still pretty sparse for this card. It's still a very difficult card to grade. Let me know what you think about this one. From Shining Legends, one of my favorite modern sets of all time. I got a couple Shining cards to go over here. We have a Shining Celebi promo, PSA 10 that sold for $500 even this week. The Shining Rayquaza from this set, PSA 10, sold for $355. The Mew, the Shining Mew, PSA 10, sold for $385. And the Mewtwo GX Secret Rare from this set, amazing artwork. I love how they come up with this concept. Anyway, a PSA 10 has recently sold for $787. Now, speaking of Mewtwo, before we get into our vintage cards, I come across this promotional Mewtwo card. This is from a KFC Kids Meal, I guess. I've never seen this card before, but it sold as a PSA 10 for $810, and according to the title, it's a Pop 1 for this card. So yeah, I think it's a really, really awesome art of Mewtwo. He's looking pretty devious there. You got a bucket of the Colonel there on the side, which is a pretty cool touch, but I didn't know KFC had this promo out. This is the first time I've seen this card, and according to, like I said, according to the seller, it's a Pop 1, PSA 10, $810. Here, getting into some vintage cards here, we have First Edition Charmander, PSA 10 from base set, go for $1,825. The Red Cheeks Pikachu, First Edition base, PSA 10, sold for $7,900. Now this card used to go for over $10,000 back when this was really hyped up a few months ago, when base set was all hyped up, but still almost $8,000 is not too bad for a common card. From Fossil Set, we got a couple of the heavy hitters from Fossil. Let's go over them right now. We have a Gengar, First Edition Holo, PSA 10 that sold for $2,950. We had the Lapras, probably the least populated holo from that set, sells a PSA 10 First Edition for $4,250. We had an Articuno, the most expensive of the birds from this set, sell as a PSA 10 for $3,050. From Team Rocket set, we had a couple Dark Charizards here. The first one sold for $4,800 as a PSA 10, and the other one sold for $8,750. Woo, what a price difference for that. I mean, the first one I showed you here, you know, has a much older label. Maybe it had something to do with it. Maybe it was a much weaker card. I don't know. I really didn't look them over too well because I didn't plan on buying either one of them. But yeah, almost a $4,000 difference between these two cards. Here from a Legendary Collection, we have a Reverse Holo Blastoise, PSA 10, that sold for $3,500. And speaking of Legendary Collection, we've got a Reverse Holo Charizard in Beckett. This is a Beckett 9.5 that went for $4,200 this week. Here we have an unlimited Umbreon Holo from Neo Discovery, PSA 10, that sold for $2,250. From Neo Destiny, we have a Shining Charizard First Edition that sold for $15,600 as a PSA 10. Here we have the birds. These are all the birds in their EX versions from EX, Fire Red, Leaf Green. We're going to go over. We had a Moltres EX, PSA 10 sold for $710. The Zapdos EX sold for $631. And then the Articuno EX sold for $830. So yet again, Articuno beats out the other two birds in this set. A couple more EX cards from this set. We had the Gengar EX, PSA 10 that sold for $2,252. Such an awesome card there. I love the purple. I love the purple in these cards. It's so vivid, and it's just really, really eye-catching. I love that Gengar card. But yeah, over $2,000 for that one. We had a Charizard EX from the same set, PSA 10, sell for $4,800. We had our only Gold Star I'd seen come by this week in auction, in Kyogre. This is from EX Delta Species, as a PSA 10 sold for $3,550. Couple of booster boxes to go over, folks. We have a Furious Fists sealed booster box here that sold for $965 from the XY era. We had a Gym Heroes sealed booster box. This is the unlimited version that sold for $8,800. A Jungle Unlimited booster box sold for $7,800 this week. And another one sold for $9,000. Here we had a base set booster box looking very, very crisp, very minty, sealed, that sold for $22,600. And then last for our booster boxes here, we had an empty first edition Spanish base set box. And the cellophane wrap around it is looking pretty shabby, but nonetheless, it's still sold for $3,550. Alright, I got a couple of very interesting promo cards here. Some Japanese, some not. But the ones towards the end here I have never seen before, so stick around because you probably have never seen it before either. In the over a year I've been doing these auctions, I've never seen some of these cards come through. Let's take a look. Now this one's not one of those cards. This is just a very awesome Japanese promo, but it is the Pikachu wearing the Charizard costume promo that sold for $612. Here we have this Moltres Holo from the Red Green gift set, the one I'm always talking about that I actually own. I haven't seen this one come through an auction since the last one I bought in auction like over 2 years ago. So I've always kind of wondered what the value of it was, because back then I bought it for like $200. This one sold for $910 for its PSA 10 copy. My favorite Moltres card of all time right there. Now here's what I was talking about. You got this 2004 Zukon Cardos cards. I don't even know what they're from. I do not know anything about these cards. All I know is they're Japanese cards, and these are all BGS 10s. Let's go over some of the prices here. We have the Lapras and BGS 10 Pristine. The only thing it was lacking was the corners, which is a 9.5. This card sold for $202.50. And the rest of these cards are going to be black labels from the set. We have a Chikorita Prism card from the same set. BGS 10 black label that sold for $330. We have a black label Pichu Prism card that went for $355. Here we have a 1999 Tokyo phone card featuring Poliwhirl, Pikachu, and Charmander there. This is a BGS 10 Pristine that went for $390. I have never seen this thing come through, ever. We had another one here. This is the Munchlax Summer promo card. It's a partner card, I'm sorry. 2004, this is a black label card that sold for $405. You got the Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic there bouncing around a beach ball or something. I don't know. We got a black label Jirachi card. This is a Jirachi Prism card that sold for $455. An Alakazam from the same set, the Zukon set. BGS 10 black label sold for $620. A Bulbasaur BGS 10 sold for $785. And then lastly here for this set, we had this Vaporeon black label sold for $881, folks. I have never seen these cards before. I tried looking up the population for this, like the PSA population. I could not find it on PSA site. I tried looking it up on Beckett's Pop Report, and I don't like Beckett's Pop Report. It's very difficult to navigate. You gotta look up each card individually. I don't know. I really couldn't find it. So let me know what y'all think about these. Have you ever seen cards like this before? Leave a comment, because I thought that was very, very interesting. And our auction of the week goes to this Lily. This is a 2019 Sun and Moon Winners Prize. This is a Gem Mint BGS 9.5, and it sold for $7,600. Lily is like the trainer of the year, folks. If you haven't kept up with the Lily cards, they always seem to hit heavy numbers, and even this fairly modern card here, it's only 2 years old, sold for $7,600. What'd y'all think of that? Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give this video a like. Check out my next one coming out real soon. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I will see y'all then.